running in circles, never leave me alone. Say I don't answer the messages or pick up my phone. Say we all need some time just to settle down. Won't you come around, cause I never can leave it alone.
Hello and welcome. Today I want to be emphasizing on the reason why building collapse. As we all know presently today in Owerri, in IMO state, in Nigeria, we have 8-story building that collapsed recently, and this particular issue is very much important. It's very much important. You'll be asking yourself why all this, why that buildings collapse, especially in Nigeria. In subsequent years, there are so many buildings that has been collapsing and nobody is saying anything about it. And I want to call on the Great Builders Association of Nigeria. What is really happening to our building system? Does it mean that our engineers are not professionals anymore? Or does it mean that they are economizing, and which later will affect these buildings? What is really happening? I will be giving you 1, 2, or 3 points that can cause collapse of building. For most of you that have not seen the building that collapsed, now what?
People there inside there. Wait, come on, don't come on.
Yeah, after watching these heroic videos of the disaster that was caused by maybe failure, the failure or the foundational failure, you come to imagine the causes of all this collapse in building. When we talk about the collapse in building, we really mean that the causes, what cause, or that is what makes these buildings to fall. So it's just for you to understand. And when we talk about the causes of the building, we talk about the bad design. And when we talk about the bad design, this comes from the architect. The architect are the ones that produce these designs. Maybe there are 1 or 2 things that are not put in place during this period of designs that might lead to these collisions. And also we can also talk about the faulty construction. When we say faulty construction, maybe those that did the construction, you understand, maybe there are things that are omitted, you understand. All those things can also cause these collapses in building. We can also talk about the foundational failure. The main and the primary function of a building, or the particular forces that can bear the load of a building, is the foundation. That is why the scripture said, once the foundation is destroyed, the righteous can do nothing. So the foundation is the primary factor that helps in holding the strength of a building. This foundation, when it is not taken care of, when it is not handled with care, or constructed with care, it can bring down, no matter how giant the building is, or how beautiful the building is, or how expensive the building is, it can bring down that building. So we must pay very much attentive in the foundation system. We also talk about extraordinary load. Now we talk about extraordinary load, in building. That is why I always refer to all professionals to be in their field, and all these agencies should be supervising these people. The architect should face his field, and the builder should face his own field. All these are under civil engineering. You understand? And if the architect leave his role and go to the extent of playing the role of the builder, or the structural engineering, or the quantity surveyor, there will be collision, because he did not study those fields. He's just doing it maybe by maybe just by guessing. And when there is extraordinary load in the columns, it can also cause these collapses. So, and we also talk about unexpected combination, or call it unexpected combination of causes. We put it that way, in the sense that there are some combinations you will do that are unexpectedly, it can cause this. And there are also other things, such as earthquake, the hurricane, the disasters, flood, that can also bring down buildings. So I just take this few time to pinpoint all these things that can cause these disasters. But we ought to be very much careful. In Nigeria today, those that studied architect, they do go to sites and handle buildings, which is not supposed to be. And the government should see to this. It is very much important. Look at the lives. Okay, hear from the survival and the witness.
Starts falling down. I have to hustle on my own. I rushed out of the building.
How many of you were there?
Like how many people?
They were, let's say, up to 50 persons. Sir.
Jesus.
They are still there now.
Still,
Some are coming. So you are one of these. What is your name?
My name is Ofombi.
From where?
I'm from IMO State, Abungs.
Oh my God. Thank God.
You are such a lucky
Thank
person.
God.
It is not your time.
It's not your time at all.
The one lying down in the hospital is called Mr. Akachukwu Anyanwu. He's also an Imonite. He's very lucky to be alive. So I call on the great builders, the Association of Nigeria, to please rise up. You have your duty to do. The reason why all this are happening is because those that studied only building, when we talk about civil engineering is a wide course. It's a modern course that comprises the builders, the structural engineers, the architect, the mechanical engineer, and so on. It has more than 9 courses or 9 children under it. It's a modern course. The civil engineering course is a modern course. But those that studied only building now do other people's job, and that is the reason why we are having all these type of problems. Apart from the soil problem, apart from the quantity of the mixture, apart from the blending or the other things, we have to look into it. Those that studied building should remain in building. The architect should remain in architect and sector. Because in Nigeria today, I'm telling you, the architect now, they go to sites, they do the work of the structural engineering, they do the work of the builders, they do the work of the mechanical engineering. which is not supposed to be. Every role should be respected. If you're an architect, keep producing your plans and the designs. Face your duty. We have the structural engineering that identifies where the columns are to be specified, and we have the quantity surveyors. We have the builders that do the work on the sites, yes, that do the elevation. Okay, you face your business. The mechanical engineering face your business. The structural engineering face your business. Most times you see even the plumbers, they will come and be telling the architect what to do, or be telling the builders what to do. No, everybody should face their role of profession. Architects, stop doing the work of the builders. And finally, when the building collapses, they will say it's the builder. It's not the builders. The builders did their job. I'm also a builder. I'm proud to be a builder. But the architect and the structural engineers and the mechanical engineers should stop invading other people's jobs. If we continue to do this, our building will continue to fall, to collapse. Because what we are trained to do, you people are not trained to do so. Everybody should respect his or her role. Please, the great builders, it's time for us to rise up. It's time for us to rise up, please. Thank you very much for watching my video. I still remain your humble prince, Obina.